Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Today we have a combination of two very special products. The intellectual input, the art, the science, the innovation of the Bamford Watch Company, and an all-time classic, Rolex, one of the industry standards in the high-end watch sector. Now you put them together and you get this, a Rolex Milgauss modified by Bamford, one of only 8 in the world. This is one of the most exclusive timepieces you can buy anywhere at any price. Taking Rolex's engineering, Rolex's cachet, resale value, reliability, and combining it with Bamford's art, style, and flair for the dramatic creates a watch that's virtually unique. Like I said, there are only 8 of these in the world. We have one, the rest of the world has 7. If you purchase this Rolex Milgauss by Bamford, it's almost certain you'll never see one of the other 7. So how did we get from Milgauss to Bamford Milgauss? Well, the story starts with George Bamford. He's the scion of a high-end diesel heavy equipment company in England. His family, all knights, all ladies, titled nobility in the modern idiom, they are backing his watch company, which customizes Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, with the science and capability of a firm that's closer in size and resources to Rolex itself than most aftermarket customizers. And that's why when you look at a Bamford Rolex, you're looking at something that's a lot more like a 500 horsepower Ford Shelby GT500 customized by Celine, or an S600 Mercedes customized by Brabus. Like those high-end automotive tuners who take something that's already dream-worthy, drool-worthy, awesome, and makes them more so. That's what Bamford does for Rolex watches. Now this is a fully conceived product, I'm going to say of Bamford, because they've really made it their own. Whereas Rolex builds a watch that has a little bit of a cluttered dial, it's not a completely clean aesthetic. Parts of it aren't cohesive. You've got the orange, you've got the green, you've got the black, you've got the white and the silver on the dial. Bamford goes for a complete murdered out look. Now this is the Milgauss GV. You can see with the green tinted crystal. And what Bamford does is they start with the idea of a combat vessel sonar array, where you have that sweep of the sonar, and as the seconds hand sweeps, you see the indexes have been removed. The dial is completely monotone in orange, and there's no white index, silvered print. It's very spare, it's very delicate, and it prevents this watch from going completely over the top. So you get that sweep of the second hand as if it's a sonar scope. You get this little minute track on the edge, and then you get this kind of Halloween meets Hell's Angels text pattern where you have the orange, including the original Rolex crown, Rolex sign, Milgauss logo on the black background, and it's very striking in person. Actually, if you check our blog right now, you can see an article with our professional studio photography of this watch, and I gotta say, it's just as killer in person as it is in the images. But there's a lot more going on with this watch. Now, as you can see, Bamford likes a striking black finish, and that's been their signature since the beginning, but it's really more nuanced than first meets the eye. If you look at the links of the bracelet, you can see that they're alternately polished and brushed. If you look at the case, you can see that it features the same treatment. So there's a lot of subtle contrast going on here, which is really the hallmark of a very advanced, cohesive, and skilled art department. To take something that's monotone and create that contrast all the same, it's really an impressive feat, and it's why I don't feel that this watch loses anything in the transition from, let's say, the glowing metal sheen, the Superman of the Rolex Milgauss, to this kind of Dark Knight Batman look that Bamford adds. Now the nice thing about Bamford is that they warranty all of their finishes for life. So a lot of people buying PVD or buying deposited, anodized, or otherwise black colored watches that are not ceramic, they worry about the coating. Is it going to wear off? Am I going to chip it? Can it be restored? Well, the answer is yes, it can be restored. And not only can it be restored, but Bamford does it themselves. They have 8 global service centers where this can be performed, and the watch finish is warranted for life. Now, even better, this watch retains the 2-year, or the remainder of the 2-year Bamford factory warranty. They do provide their own manufacturer warranty, just like a Brabus, just like a Celine, having taken delivery of the watch direct from the manufacturer. This was never a pre-owned watch. This was never out in the wild. This became a Bamford right after it became a Rolex. So Bamford warrants all the work on the watch mechanically. They open up everything and they verify its serviceability, isochronism, and accuracy before it ever leaves their factory. That's the last step after the treatment. So you've got a mechanical warranty on this watch that's still valid through 2015, and you have a warranty on the PVD coating that's valid for life. Should it ever get a little ragged, send it back to Bamford. It'll come back from Hyde Park looking brand new. Now, Bamford's based out of London, so this watch has quite a bit of international flair. You have the Swiss prestige and good taste. You have the heritage of Rolex engineering, a bulletproof movement that, like all Milgauss, is also anti-magnetic, so it's shielded against modern speakers, all sorts of sound systems like subwoofers, high-powered office computers, or medical equipment. This is a very useful watch, and it preserves that Milgauss aesthetic. It's a little bit austere, it's small, there's no date, but it has the impact of a big watch, a modern watch, an avant-garde watch, thanks to Bamford. So you're really getting the best of both worlds. With Rolex, your watch is 1 in a million, but it's reliable. With Bamford, your Rolex is practically one of a kind, but it's still all those things that a Rolex is. This Bamford Rolex Milgauss, available through watchyouwant.com, comes with a full set box and papers, remaining mechanical warranty straight from Bamford, and a lifetime warranty on the PVD finish courtesy of the Bamford factory. If you want something that's practically a piece unique, a bespoke timepiece, something you will never see again, that is unspeakably cool on site to the most casual observer, you want the Rolex Milgauss modified by the Bamford Watch Department, available through watchyouwant.com.